Hello! Welcome back. We're gonna see what this terrible feeling pale man has to say after I've already tried to loot him but found all of his belongings completely worthless. What happened? I'm not sure, but I think a bit of rest will do me good. Can you please leave me alone? Farewell. That's it? It's kind of unexciting. Excuse me. Is this guy following me or what? This crier of Essenon. What's way over here? Oh, the edge of the world. Alright, look at all these multicolored harlots.
I'm gone. Alright.
What's over here? Oh, bottom of the world. Bottom of the world. Hello. Hi, thugs. Maybe I can just, kill everybody. Maybe I'll just save since I've been fighting so many people. I don't know the last time I saved. What is this place? Hive dwelling. Braskin's Kip. Wait, I went in here. Office of Vermin and Disease Control. Marketplace. Hive dwelling. Northwestern portion. I don't think I went up there. Dang, this is so confusing. Oh, hello, Creedon. What's up? This foul-looking man is quick to notice he's caught your attention. In moments he's upon you, hawking his wares. He carries a long wooden pole. Dozens of skinned and cooked rats dangle from it. As he speaks, he gestures to them with a broad, filth-encrusted hand, smiling a yellowed, snaggletooth grin all the while. Oi, cutter! How you doing there? What sort of delicious rat seeds is you interested in this fine day? Examine the ratsies. Each rat has been skinned and gutted, their feet and tail removed. That's gross. They dangle from the pole by hooks punched through their necks. Oh! Okay. As you examine the various manners in which they've been prepared, you realize their heads are slightly misshapen. A bulbous knot of bone protrudes from each cranium, covered in whorls that give the appearance of brain tissue. That's kinda weird. Those are strange-looking rats. Oh, you've got a keen eye there, Cutter. All I sell is brain vermin, I do. And sure you'll find they've got a much richer flavour than your usual rat. Quite nice, really. He proffers them to you once more, waving the pole before your face enticingly. The rats sway to and fro, hooked like tiny sides of beef. Brain vermin? Aye, Cutter, brain vermin. Foul creatures they are. Now, your normal rats, they just eat stored goods and multiply, spread disease and all that. A nuisance, really, no more. Your cranium rat, though, brain vermin, what I go after, they're just trouble. When you get more than a handful of them out of little pikers together, they start to get smart on you. Sometimes real smart. They become more intelligent? Sure as I'm standing here before you, they do. If I ran across any more than 2 score of them, I'd flee from me case like that. I would. You get that many of them in a pack, why, they get smart for a man, they do. Go on. Here's my best advice for you, Cutter. If you're bent on catching brain vermin, stick to small packs, a dozen or so at most. But I'll tell you, he steps close, his breath fetid in your face, and speaks in a hushed tone. You run into more than that, more than a couple dozen. You run like you're in the shadow of the lady. He backs away from you again. Alright, more than a couple dozen, I run away. Got it. So I'll have to pause and start counting rats if I ever come up against any. He backs away from you again. Why? What is there to fear? Sorcery, Cutter. Sorcery. He gets enough of those little fiends in a space, they gain all sorts of odd powers. Makes a basher's brain pour out his ears, they will. Downright frightening. It's just wrong, I tell you. That's why Sigil's so eager to be rid of them. The bounty and all. Bounty? Someone pays for rat tails? That's right, Cutter. There's a bug in the Office of Vermin and Disease Control named Lord who pays a bounty on him. A copper a tail. It's A. But they gotta be brain vermin, they do. Not just ordinary rats. Tell me more about this Lord fellow. His name's Phineas. Phineas Lord. Think he was some sort of high up he was. Put down by his rivals and stuck here in the arsenal of Sigil. The Beck sits in there all alone, all the night and day, it seems, waiting for folk to bring in tales and paying them the bounty. You know the best part? Poor son must be allergic to rats, 'cause he's always got a huge rash going. Powers be praised, I ain't that fella. Put down? Any idea why that would happen? Oh, he sure does talk a lot all at once while he's trying to have a conversation with me, but I mean, you know, I guess you gotta sell your wares, you know. Well, he's right chatty he is. He'll rattle his bone box for hours, and just how smart he is and the like. Mayhap that got something to do with it. He shrugs. I understand. Another question. He shoulders his rat pole casually. What's your question, Cutter? Who are you? What, me? Why, I'm Creedon, sometimes called Creed, the butcherer of rats. He smiles grandiosely, exposing ill-matched rows of yellowed, broken, and crooked teeth. You certainly seem friendlier than most around here. Well, Cutter, I try. Result of my business, I thinks. Most folk round here are a peering downright unfriendly lot, but I want every Cutter to know that Creedon's always got a warm smile and a piping hot fresh-cut ratsy for 'em. He winks at you. I had some other questions. Man, I sure do ask a lot of people a lot of questions. I feel like maybe this is gonna be bad for me because it kept saying don't let anybody know who you are, which I'm not letting them know who I am, but I am letting them know that I don't know shit about where I am or what sigil is, which is apparently really common knowledge. And how do you not know this? You must be crazy. Where the hell are you from, dude? But I don't know. Oh well. I'll just have to do a lot of clicking to get through all this again, I guess. I wanted to speak with you about the rats. He guffaws loudly. His breath is stale and reeks of onions. Bit of an expert in that field, I am. What's your question, Cutter? Where do you get all those rats? What, these? He jiggles the pole, causing the skinned rats to bounce in a macabre little jig. I catch 'em myself, I do, in cellars and alleyways about the hive. I see. Tell me about the hive. My very own home and a place of business. What were you looking to find out, Cutter? Do you know why it's called the hive? The rat catcher scratches at his chin, his fingers leaving oily smudges behind. Number of stories about that, there are. As I understand it, there's a cluster building somewhere, a tangled mess of shacks and ruins that serves as a gathering round of sorts. It was called the Ivan, so that's where these slums, this old world, takes their name from. A gathering ground for whom? The man's friendly demeanor turns into a scowl. Troublemakers, Cutter. Even if you could find the place, I'd recommend you stay away from there, I would. That's all I'll say about it. He wipes his nose with a sense of finality, scowl now gone. I understand. What's of interest around here? I'm not sure what you're interested in, Cutter. Let me know, and mayhap old Creedon can point you in the right direction. I'm looking for a good time. Yeah, Chief, that's a spirit. Couple of the less dangerous places to get bubbed up. The Gathering Dust Bar and the Smoldering Corpse. Couldn't really recommend anywhere else to you, Cutter. Dangerous? He thinks for a moment before giving his answer. Well, Cutter, you see, these things aren't so good here. Life is hard, it is. It's a desperate place for the desperate people. I'd just say that some folk will do you whatever it takes to get by, they will, without much regard to the bicks around them. Easy to get lost in the hive it is. Lost? Dead, Chief. Dead. I understand. Another question. What is that building there behind you? He tosses a glance over his shoulder. That's the Office of Vermin and Disease Control, Cutter. I sell my rat tails there for Jake, then cook the little biters up and sell 'em. I have another question. Can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? Aye, the mistress of Sigil. Don't talk about the lady, Cutter. And you shouldn't go asking about her neither. It'll bring luck on ya, it will. He makes a semicircle sign over his chest. Let me ask about something else then. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? Sorry, Cutter. Can't say I've seen one of those about. Do you know someone named Farad? He looks a bit surprised. Farad? Why'd a Cutter be looking for a man like that? It's a long story. I just need to find him. He's the head of a pack of collectors, he is. Moves about all the time, probably to avoid trouble. Calls someplace in Ragpicker Square his case, most likely. He's a right crafty fellow, the Baron. I couldn't best watch himself around that fellow. Collectors? He nods. Bert can gather corpses and hold them to the mortuary. The dustman will pay him a copper a dollar, I believe. Collectors do this for a living, usually looting the newly dead as well as selling their corpses. I hear, he lowers his voice and scans his surroundings quickly, that some of them elbow work get lost, if you know what I mean. Wicked folk they are. Oh, what did you say? People paying for dead rats? Interesting. Well, I had another question. Can you tell me about Sigil? I Sigil the cage. What were you looking to know? Why do you call it the cage? He shakes his head and laughs, causing the dead vermin on his ragpole to wiggle about. You see, Cutter, it's on account of all the doors. Some people call the Sigil the city of doors. Magical doors they are, and everywhere too. They lead to anywhere, and I mean anywhere. But here's the trick of it all. They're all locked. So it's more a cage than anything else. You can only come and go if you have the right key. Tell me about these doors and keys. The ratcatcher peers quizzically at Morty, who floats beside you. I could think you'd just ask your mimir for a dog like that, he would. Morty seems taken aback as all eyes fall upon him. What? What? You get the impression that had he lips, he'd be whistling innocently. What's a mimir? Morty rolls his eyes as if embarrassed. It's, talking encyclopedia. Not something I'm proud of. Well, let's hear this fella out, alright? Very well. The ratcatcher, staring at you both in confusion and scratching his head, suddenly realizes he's the focus of attention once more. He shakes off the puzzled expression and recomposes himself. Phew! You want all sort of chat, you do? But I'll give you the short of it all. The cage is full of doors. These doors are everywhere and throughout the city of Sigil, but you can't see them, not unless you have the right key. Each door has its own key, and each key is different. One key might be a real key, brass and all yet, but another could be, say, a cooked rat, or a little jig he does in front of the door. Once you have the right key, you step on through and go to wherever the door takes you. Interesting. I wanted to speak to you about rats. Tell me about the rats you catch. Brain vermin. I want to speak with you about rats. Where are the best places? That's not easy to answer as it once was, Cutter. You see, the buggers have been getting scarce these days. I used to trap them easy in the darker streets and cellars, but I may have hunted them a tad too much. You may want to try Ragpicker Square. All them trash piles make a good place for rats to run around. Where is this Ragpicker Square? I'll show you, Cutter. Just hand me your map. The man points it out for you, leaving a mark, large, greasy fingerprint in the process. Thanks. Bye. He touches your arm. I see you're leaving, Cutter, but before you go, would you like a nice, delicious ratsy? One for the road, you might say. Why not? Good, Cutter, good. What sort would you like? He points to each in turn with a grimy fingernail. I got them baked, spiced, boiled and charred. All fresh, all scrumptious. And only 3 coppers for 2. Who'd eat such refuse? I don't really make him mad. I think I need all of them. You hand over your coppers, and in one swift motion he runs a pair of baked rats through with a wooden skewer, unhooks them, and places them in your hand. He winks at you. Enjoy, Cutter! Eat it? I think I should maybe say, I'll eat it. The rat's flesh is tender and moist. Comes off the bone easily and melts in your mouth. It is slightly greasy and rather rich, tasting of some other sort of meat you're sure you've had before. The man looks at you expectantly. Did you like? Would you like another? I have another question for you though. No, not really. No, damn it. One second thought. I'm not that hungry. Goodbye. Man, what are you doing down here? Miriam. Actually, let's see what Miriam has to say next time. I'm trying to keep my videos a little bit shorter than they were before. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hope this isn't dragging on as long as I feel like it is, but we're getting there. See you next time.